welcome to my channel. Today will be part 2 of my giving advice for esthetician students or new estheticians. This video is long overdue. This was supposed to come out a week before my part 1 video, but just life and work and just stressors just kind of got in the way. But I'm finally doing it today. I just got off work, so if I look a little raggedy, hey, I just got off work, so I ain't trying to do all that right now for the camera. But so today I will just be jumping right into my points. I will be continuing off my prior video. If you have not seen my first video, I would say it's definitely more for esthetician students rather than new estheticians. But for my newer estheticians, this is definitely, I would say, more towards you. But for esthetician students, you definitely do want to take advantage of these tips. So just go ahead and keep on watching. So the first topic that we will cover in this video is creating your social media accounts. I cannot stress how important this is. The second you get into school, and it doesn't matter, and if you haven't done it yet, that's fine. But for those who haven't exactly started yet, the second you get in, create your social media account. Start thinking of what you want your business name to be, because that is something that is important, and you're going to want to take that name before somebody else takes it. And also for those who just finished and you're about to get started, a great way to look up if a name in your state has been taken. In Florida, we have a website that's called Sunbiz, and you're able to actually look up business names that are active or inactive, so that you'll be able to, that'll help you to formulate your business name, but come up with a name right off the rip, and just go right ahead and, start formulating what name you want it and take it, because that is very important. So that is the first advice I have. Second piece of advice will be to post content. You want to post content even if you're in school, because maybe your school is going to require you to get in some models. My school didn't necessarily require me to bring in my own models, but it was a great option to have. And I did my esthetician program part-time, and I was also in the night class. So it's very hard to just have people just walking in, because if you're in the night class for your program, if it offers, it's going to be very hard to have people who will just walk in. So you're going to just want to just get the word out, word of mouth, stop into places and say, hey, I'm a new and coming up esthetician. I need some models. If you would like a free facial or, discounted facial, because at my school, I think a mini facial was maybe, I would say $10-15, something like that. So if a client has to pay for it, it's going to be a very cheap rate. But you want to post content, before and afters are great. If you're able to record the process in school, go ahead and but try to get the person's consent before you actually go ahead and do it. If you are new and you're already working, or you're about to become solo, you can definitely try to record the process, especially if you have a phone holder clip for maybe you're using a light, or maybe you just have a separate tripod that you're using and you're just using it as a stand. Be able to hold your phone just to record the process. But the point is, you want to create content. It doesn't matter who likes it, views it. It's just important that you put it out there, because you are essentially building your portfolio. That is what you want to do. Make sure you're using appropriate hashtags. Make sure that you are geotagging your location, the city that you're in, because you want that to show up so that you are able to get people who are just scrolling through Instagram. They'll just be able to see it randomly in their feed, and that is exactly what you want. So just keep on posting and posting that content. A very useful tool to post your content is using Canva. Canva is amazing, and I wish I had known about it earlier. I recently started using Canva, I would say maybe about a year ago, maybe a little less than a year ago. Fun fact, I actually used Canva to create my intro card for YouTube, so Canva is definitely super, super useful. but Canva is amazing. You're able to make your photos look really good and stand out. And also using apps like TikTok, you're able to use templates on TikTok and, just create your videos, and you can repost it, re-upload it to Instagram or Twitter or wherever your main content will be. Preferably Instagram, because you're able to, it's a photo collage, it's a video collage, people can see what you want. Twitter, you can, but it's not easy for people to just go back and scroll. But if you're also someone who wants to be a content creator, Twitter is also a great way to I guess try to have an audience and things like that. But me personally, I'm not a big Twitter person. I like Instagram and TikTok. Facebook is also good. Facebook is good as well. Well, you need a Facebook account, because you can't have a business Instagram page without having a Facebook business page. But once you get that all settled, you'll do great. And Canva is also good for making very visually aesthetic. If you're doing any discounts, promotions, BOGOs, announcements, you name it, Canva will make whatever you're trying to state look very aesthetically pleasing. And I'm sure there are plenty of videos on social media that give instructions or tutorials on how to make those types of posts using Canva as well. So that is my second piece of advice. My third piece of advice is to learn and understand marketing skills or techniques. Marketing will vary on person to person. Generally speaking, what is going to help everyone is word of mouth. You want people to spread the word about you and what you're doing. How you can get them to do that, getting them to follow you on your socials is a good way. If you have any business cards are a must as well. You want to give them something physical, so that way if they wanted to show it to a friend to take a picture. But word of mouth will help you, and you vocalizing your own business, that will help you tremendously, because you need to be outgoing if you want to get more clients. And for my introverted people, I know it sucks, but believe me, if you want more clients, you need to be able to open up and speak to people and just bring it up in conversation. You could have a random conversation with the Starbucks girl, and you notice that maybe she has a really nice skin, or she has pretty lashes, or you like the color of her hair, or whatever it is, you love her nails. Make sure you are getting something maybe that's beauty related, but don't be fake. Don't give out a fake compliment. You want to be genuine. So definitely word of mouth, having a one-on-one, a quick conversation, that will help you. And they'll ask you, hey, I didn't know you did this. Do you have a business card? Do you have social media? People will become interested when you mention something that they like. So definitely word of mouth will be number one. A few different marketing skills, of course, social media. We've all been there, done it. We know about it. The majority of us, I feel, don't really like social media marketing, but it does work, and it's free. So you can definitely be able to do it. I've heard several others, their other advice will be to comment and like other people's pictures who just live in your area, and even DM them. Maybe they just posted a picture of, they just got their hair done. That is something to kind of lead into that conversation. Say, hey, I know your hair looks beautiful. I would love to give you some lashes to complement your look, because it would just really brighten up your face. Things like that to kind of just get it going. And sometimes they'll message you back. You never know unless you try. Leaving your business cards any and everywhere will also be good for you as well. And sometimes you can even walk into other businesses and say, hey, is it possible I can just leave a small little deck of my business cards here? And sometimes they'll let you. So you never know. You just got to walk in, make that conscious effort, and you'll be set on your way. Also, there are more advanced things, you want to network also with other estheticians in your area. You want to be able to, because if you are doing something that another esthetician, studio, spa is not doing, that is another great way. And then you can advertise a service that you don't do, but they do, and you guys can cross promote each other. that is another great way as well. So those are just a couple of marketing skills for you to be able to do that. Oh, and also any type of classes, workshops, those types of events. Like a great example is the Orlando premiere in Florida, the Orlando Beauty premiere event that happens in Florida every single year. That is also a great way. And you can also just meet other people in the beauty industry, try out different products. So there's always new products, new techniques, new everything coming out every single year. And it's good to stay updated. So I'll also try to join those types of events as well. But that is my advice on some marketing. My fourth piece of advice is to find your niche and your passion. Those are the things that you will learn as you're in school and as you get out into the real world, that you will discover the things that you like about being an esthetician and the things that you don't like. Some people don't like to do lash extensions. I am currently, if I haven't mentioned it before, I am a lash artist. I love to do lashes because it is very meticulous and I'm a very detail-oriented person. And even though for some people it can be very monotonous, I am still every single day creating a new look on different eyes. I'm working on a different set of eyes, different set of lashes, you know, different lengths and depth and thicknesses and, you know, styles, you know, like cat eye, doll eye, what have you. I love it. It's something that I love, but for other people, it's just not for them. Some people don't like to do waxing. Some people actually don't like to do facials and they just want to do something else, maybe microblading. Maybe that's something that you love, but you want to be able to go to classes. And then, like I mentioned in my last video, you're going to want to, if your school or program provides it, any extra types of certifications, you want to join those classes because you want to know how to do those things if it's something that you're interested in. But definitely make sure that when you do go out there, you're not just doing any and everything just to make a buck. Because if you're doing that, our whole job is that we are transferring our energy to the client. If you're doing something that you don't like, your client is going to feel that and they might not return back to you. Chances are that they won't if you're doing something that you don't love. So do something that you love. This is, even though, you know, our line of work is not a necessity, it is a luxury service. And for it to be a luxury service, you need to provide a luxury experience. So do yourself a favor, do research, watch YouTube videos even when you're in school. Ask your instructor if they're cool enough. Ask your instructor, about maybe things in the industry that you don't know about and maybe they can educate you on. Or maybe somebody else in your school is interested in something and maybe they know about other classes that your school doesn't provide, certification courses. Go and see what that's all about and get information on that. But the point is, make sure you're doing things that you love. Me, for example, I love to do pretty much anything and everything because I'm someone who I don't like to do the same thing all the time because that's just I just like to do different things. It keeps the job interesting. But I will say, there are certain things that I don't want to do. Like, me personally, microblading, the thought of it terrifies me because even though I'm an artist, I do art, just whatever, I do it for fun. The thought of me not being able to erase my mistakes because it is permanent ink, absolutely not. I would never touch it. So, just you have to know who you are, find what you love, and you'll be all set. My last piece of advice for this video is to gain experience. While you're in school or when you're just graduating school, you want to start looking for a job. Preferably start looking for a job while you're in school. When you're close to the end of your program or when you're in the middle of your program, get your name out there, print out beautiful resumes, go to the local spas in your area and just drop them off because you never know. Maybe there's someone who's planning on leaving at their spa and maybe they want to start their own business, but you need experience and you're too afraid to just kind of jump right out of the water and do it on your own. definitely start doing that. But, you know, if you are in a situation like me where, you know, you're taking this course, but you plan on moving, not out of the state. Oh, that's another good thing to mention. If you are, in fact, trying to get your esthetician license, but you are intentionally planning or thinking very strongly about moving to a different state, you might want to hold off on getting your license, because that is a huge waste of money. Yes, you can transfer your license to a different state, but each state has their own requirements. Like Florida, you only need to do, I believe, 260 hours. And there are other states that require you to do 400 hours, 500 hours, 750 hours of your services. But that would be really hard to transfer, and you would probably have to either make up all those hours in the other state and still go to school. Some places only require you to retake the state board exam again, but if you are planning to move outside of your state, or you are thinking very strongly about doing that, I would wait until you move, because it's just a hassle. It sounds like a hassle. I wouldn't want to deal with it. So definitely try to hold that off. But back to what I was saying. Try to gain your experience. Hand out your resumes to others. And if you are wanting to be solo straight out the gate, I would recommend, if it is possible for you, to start saving. You want to put money aside towards that, and you need to research what the rent will be like in the area that you want to work in. You need to research what your market is, meaning like who your clientele will be. And you can even, in a way, kind of look up what the income is in whatever area you're trying to go into. I think some people will like look up how much the houses are in a certain area, and that can kind of tell. It won't exactly tell you, but it'll somewhat tell you the type of clientele they're looking for in terms of how much you want to charge for your services. But yes, but saving up for a space, and you saving up for external products that you're going to use and need, and equipment. Like, you're going to need a bed, you're going to need a lamp or light, you're going to need your products, you're going to need, if you're doing facial, you're going to need bowls, gauze, cotton rounds, you're going to need gloves, you need sanitization, things like wipes and sprays, and all of these things. You want to be able to save up for that. And especially, you're going to want to save up if you are going to be going solo. You're going to want to save up for applying to be a business, an LLC, because you're going to want to do that before you get started. You need to save up for insurance. There's a lot that goes into it, but if you do plan on being solo, you need to research these things so that you know how much you need to save. And if you can save while you're in school, or maybe you already have some savings built up and you want to use that right out the gate when you're done, go for it. I kind of wish I was able to do that, but unfortunately for my situation, I wasn't. But now I hopefully, will be able to eventually be able to do that. All right, guys, that will be it for this video. I apologize for anyone who may or may not have been waiting for this video to come out. I just, like I said in the beginning, just life getting in the way, basically. But again, I'm trying to post more frequently. Please follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Those are like my main social media platforms. Go ahead and follow me there. Give this video a like, comment, and please subscribe to the channel. That would really help out a lot, as I really do want to try to get more into making more YouTube videos and being more consistent. Hopefully that will be able to still progress, as I'm also a master's student. I'll be starting classes again in the fall, but that will be a topic for another day. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye.